Hey, so right now I am crafting late night and I decided to do some product reviews. My crafting is absolutely destroyed right now because I have boxes everywhere. So excuse the mess, but we're going to be reviewing the Cricut autographs. We're also going to be reviewing the Cricut mug press, the Cricut mugs, the sublimation paper I'm using, the ink that I'm using, and also a few like very affordable Amazon finds that may have you like a little skeptical because of the price. It's just way too good to be true. Um, Also, we're going to be reviewing some tips and tricks that I learned for the Libby cups and designs and things of that nature. So let's jump right into it. I was sitting here crafting and I was like, you know what? I might as well make this time useful for other people as well. Um, where's my box? Put my scraps in. Guys, I don't know if I'm the only one, but I've been feeling super guilty about how much trash and waste goes along with crafting. So I highly encourage you to recycle, reduce, reuse, recycle. We don't have to be wasteful just because we're crafting. Anywho, I digress. Let's get right to it. So I was sitting here crafting and I'm making this mug. I made some cups for my daughter, for myself, but I was like, let me save the unwrapping for the video. Where is, let me see. I have this little um, easel thing that spins that I keep on my desk. But you guys, I'm into all the crafts. I recently did my nails and they came out good, but I broke my pinky nail, like my actual nail underneath this. And so I had to file this one down to let this heal because there's too much weight on it. But I left a little bit of acrylic so that I can basically do a fill in, an extension before I go out this weekend. We're going to the fair and also to Disney World, which is super exciting. Oh, one trick that I came up with is I created a new um, mouse pad, and this goes along with the idea of reduce, reuse, and recycle. I created a new mouse pad today. Well, the other day, everything's yesterday, and it's so pretty, and it makes like my desk area just so joyful. Which I do have these for sale on my Etsy if you want one. Um, but I really had a hard time throwing out this mouse pad, even though it's lightweight and kind of janky. So what I was going to use it for is like in the kitchen when things are hot. Excuse me. I was going to like put this on there, but then I started weeding out a shirt and decided that let me move the camera for you. When you weed stuff, it's so easy. The mouse pad is the perfect texture to just wipe it off because I never could get with the thing that you hold on your finger and you put it in there and then you have to clean it out and all that stuff. Just not for me. But anywho, I'm gonna leave the camera like this so you can see. This is what I do after it cools off a little bit. I do have heat gloves, but honestly, I just don't really like to wear them unless necessary. And that's when I'm like freshly like taking it out. I like to feel things with my hands. Okay, so I got a nice grip. What I did find with those Libby cups, they will scratch. So I always lift the tape on the paper only, like here. Like you see that like on the paper because I scratched one of my cups and it wasn't very noticeable, but I noticed it and I want it to look the best it can. Okay. And I have not seen this. This is my very first mug, you guys. So I'm still like a beginner at this too. Okay, so this came out a little weird. This thing is white where I sublimated on it, and it is not white anywhere else. It's like an off-white color. So that looks drinky. You see what I mean? You see that? So I think I should have covered the entire mug. But we live and we learn, folks. I expected the mugs to work just like the Libby cups, and it did not. Okay, get this tape off. Yeah, it's just at the top and the sides. The bottom did not do that. That's okay. It's still super cute. Look at that. I can totally make that. Literally what I say in my head every time I'm at the store. Like, I don't purchase t-shirts or anything at the store anymore. I'm like, I can totally make that. And so I don't really use mugs. I always had like an aversion to mugs. But I do like the idea of brightening up my desk with this and maybe using it as like a pencil holder or tool holder or something like that. Because I just like them for decoration or decor. It just feels weird like drinking out of something so thick. But definitely like using my Libby cup though. I use that thing every day. In a second, I'll show you guys some of the ones that I made. Okay, I'm just gonna go under here gently. There we go. This is the part that is so fun. It's like full of anxiety though. Like, did it work or did it not? Um, you guys, I am so excited about this Cricut Auto Press. I just got it because it went on sale like 70% off. Because there was no way I was ever gonna pay like $1,000. But it's on sale for $299. So I was like, that's a very similar price to the regular clamshell heat press machines. And so I might as well just get the luxury one that'll make my life easier. Because I can't stand like sitting there pushing a button over and over and over again to set the temperature, which is why I never upgraded past my Cricut Heat Press 3. And so when they went on sale, I grabbed it as soon as like I saw it. I was like, this is definitely an emotional purchase, but at the same time, it's like I didn't know how long that sale was gonna last, and I don't think I could like live with the regret of not getting it. And it's not an advertisement, you guys. It was definitely just like how I was thinking at the time. And so something I did pay attention to was making sure that this and this had the same amount of spacing, if you can see that. Because I thought it would look pretty bad if one was like way over here and the other one was closer. And it actually turned out pretty good. I just eyeballed it, and I eyeballed lining them up. I definitely burnt the mug, but that's okay. It just adds character. It's my first piece. Can you see this? Look how beautiful that is. It says I can totally make that. And I have it, another small little print right here so you can see that better without glare. It's super, super cute. And so next we're going to, excuse me, we're going to review the mug press and how I like it and what I think about it. And then I'm going to give you a tip about what to do if your mug press will not update, because I've been seeing a lot of people complaining about that, especially on Reddit, and it took like a whole bunch of time on the line with customer service, and the agent even told me I just had to, basically toss the machine. But then she called me back a couple hours later and she helped me fix it. So I definitely want to share that information with you guys. But we're gonna make this little pouch. I'm basically just making things out of the 1999 Biyoki. I'll get the name for you soon. Bundle for 19.99 that I got off Amazon. Of course, these are the Cricut mugs, but I got this, and I also got the mouse pad that I showed you from that bundle. And it is honestly, I got this mouse pad, the black one, separately. This mouse pad right here, the one that I made, the one of teacher, heavy, perfect sizing. I never run out of space. It's so comfortable. And I have a 3-computer setup. And so I'm going to put this off to the side for now. It's so cute. I love it. Like, I'm a mug person now. Anywho, let me clean up my scraps and move along. So, we're doing that. I can totally make it that design that's on the cup. And so I already lined it up, cut it out, and all that stuff. I am currently getting the tape put on there. And while I'm doing that, let me tell you about the Cricut mug press. Excuse me. I'm getting over the flu. It's sitting right here on my desk, which I love. That's kind of where it lives now. But basically, I love it. It's super simple, but I do recommend getting the tumbler silicone mug wraps, because I don't think my designs would come out ghost free the way that they are without it. I went with the PYD Life, and I'm not sponsored by them or anything right now, but the PYD Life mug press wraps. And what I do want to say is the customer representative told me not to make it too bulky in there because it can break the machine. So I use the absolute thinnest mug wrap necessary to make sure that the silicone wrap is secure around the item that I'm pressing. And so what I found with the Cricut mug, yes, even with the Cricut mug, I use it. The very thinnest one that comes in this pack works for my Libby cups, and it works for my Cricut mugs. The other two I don't really use that much. I actually use them to put my hot items on while they're cooling. So I literally keep them on the side of my desk, and I just lay them out like so. And I was using the mouse pad for this one, but let's say I'm making a large order like I did the other day. I just lay them out on here while they cool, and then I go back and I peel them. And it's been super helpful for that. Not saying that they're unnecessary because there are some very skinny cups out there. I personally just haven't used them and don't have a reason to right now. But at first, based on online advice, reliable, right? I was using the middle one for my Libby cans, and it was just a little too snug for my liking. It was kind of making my Cricut mug press kind of wobbly, and so I switched over to the thinnest one, and that has not given me any problems. It's been super like perfect and ghost free. I have burned two things, but I haven't had any ghosting, which is really great. All right. I take it light on the tape as much as possible because I like to leave one side to peak, and then this is enough to hold it down. Like I think this is more than enough tape. So what I'm gonna do is put the video over to the machine. Right now, the angle is probably not going to be the best, so please excuse that. I'm going to go over there, get the machine turned on. There's a little button on the side. I'm sure you guys have seen videos of, about the actual machine. So that's not what this is going to be today. I'm just going to tell you about my experience with it and show you the outcome of a couple cheap items I got on Amazon. And also, just to show you again, I sublimated this on the AutoPress using only two pieces of tape. I did it at 400 degrees um, for about 45 seconds until I smelled rubber. And I was like, oh, it's time. And it was perfect. It got the maximum color. When I did my daughter's shirts the other day, I'll actually go grab them for you now. So I'm just going to pause this so I can show you and get the heat press all heated up and everything like that. One moment. Okay, folks, I am back. So this is the shirt that I sublimated on for my daughter yesterday. Isn't it? It's badass. I love it. She loved it. Um, our Wednesday shirts. It's so cute. But what I do want to do, because I'm not a fan of, maybe it's because I know how it's made, because I never used to think about it before I got into crafting. Um, Basically, like the box, the square, it's fine, I guess, but on the design app, Imagine and Procreate, like Procreate Dreams and Procreate whatever, on the iPad, you can upload your photo there and literally blur the sharp lines and make it like it's just fading into the white. And so that is definitely what I think I'm going to do. Unless, of course, customer requested, but that's what I'm going to do for all my personal designs from now on because I really just prefer soft edges. Softer on the edges. But okay. So I already plugged in my Cricut heat press, the auto press. Um, Another quick tip. I had to learn this the hard way, unfortunately. You cannot replace the fuses inside of this heat press, or any of the Cricut products. So be mindful. If you get a lot of outages and things like that, definitely use one of those. They have like the special equipment. I don't know what it's called, but it's basic a surge protector and all of those things. And do not snatch the plug out of the wall without turning off the machine first. That is how I damaged my very first Cricut heat press. And I had a large order that I was working on. And luckily they sent it out to me like overnight shipping. So I got it the next day. But it was so upsetting. And I'm still always like a little fearful that something will go wrong, but you do get a year warranty. And I think the way that these things are priced, even if you use it for only a year, it's still a good deal. That's why I was never, ever, ever going to buy the AutoPress, $4,000 plus sales tax and shipping or whatever, because I don't know if they charge shipping, but I was never going to pay that because I would not feel comfortable spending that in 1 year for that item, if that makes sense. But for $2.99, it's absolutely fine. And so, if you can see, no, you cannot see behind me. I'll move the chair. But I also got the 179.99 EcoTank printer on Amazon, the EcoTank 2800. And when I tell you, definitely get it if you want to start off doing sublimation for cheap. I did all of these prints on that printer. They come out perfect. I use the Hippo ink, and that is awesome too. I haven't had any issues with it. I do recommend printing daily because I did notice the print head gets a little clogged up per se. I don't know if I didn't print for a while. Um, Even if you just run a print head cleaning, it kind of solved the issue. So I'm not too concerned about that. And that's another one of those things. People are scared to do it because they say that the printer can, the print head can go bad and all that stuff using the wrong ink. For 179, if that thing lasts for like 2 to 3 years, I'm fine with that. So it's all about what you're comfortable with. But we have this ready. I'm thinking about creating a design tonight as well that says I can make that instead of just putting the picture on both sides and putting that on there. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and stuff this with butcher paper or parchment paper. One second. My daughter just got up. Okay, baby, go ahead. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and show you how this heat press opens. So there's a button on the side for power, and right next to it, there is a switch. It's not a button. That thing had me so like confused. I was like pushing it with the tape on. Take the tape off first, because when you push the switch, it just flips over. So let's go ahead and get this started. Let's move this handy dandy chair. This is where I put the ET2800. Now, the switch is right over here. You literally push it in and it just comes right up. Parchment paper. So it does not bleed through. And while that's heating up, I'll go ahead and show you some of the mugs that we've done. The Barbie mug. This is for my nieces and nephews. So these are the Joy Club mugs. I would promise to put the links, but I might forget. So just write it down, maybe. Excuse me. But these are the Joy Club mugs. They're pretty sturdy. I feel safe giving it to my kid. Um, they come with the cleaners and the straws, which is awesome. This is how I fight my battles. Exodus 14:14. I really love this. And I made this for my aunt. I literally, as soon as I got these cups, I made all 12 of them in one night. Beautiful. This is the first cup, like I messed up on it because I forgot to mirror the design. But it's so cute. I'll use this one. When I'm drinking my water, I can read it while I'm looking in the cup. All right, so let me put these back. This came in the kit with this. It was like less than 15 bucks, which is really great. All right, so the heat press is still getting heated up. So this is live, so you can see exactly how long it takes from the time I turn it on until the time it starts heating up. It does need to be flipped up to start heating, apparently. So as soon as it went up, it started heating. This thing, the 19.99 bundle on Amazon, I will definitely put the link to that because that allows you to get your practice in, but it also comes with the best mouse pads. I wish they sold them separately. They know what they're doing, right? But it comes with earrings and magnets and keychains. We can do some of that tonight too. All right, put my chair back. So the heat press is almost ready. What I forgot to mention while it's heating up, it has these settings where, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you can set your favorites. And so I have it ready for vinyl and sublimation because that's what I mostly do. And you just click 1 or 2 or whatever number you set it for, and it's as easy as that. Like I'm so happy that I spent the 2.99 instead of like the 80 to 200 on the regular clamshell because it's all what you're comfortable with. But I'm not comfortable sitting there like pushing the button all the way up to 400 by fives. It's really annoying. It takes up a lot of time, and that's what I will say about the Cricut mug press as well. I kind of like the oven better. Um, when I put the cups in the oven, you just kind of leave them in there, and you can do a lot of them at one time. So even though it takes around the same amount of time as the Cricut mug press, you get a lot more. It's more efficient. But I like that the mug press sits nicely on my desk. So if you want to get an oven for cheap, like one of those convection ovens for like $25 to $50, you don't want to pay the Cricut mug press cost. There's really no difference. A lot of people say that it's not as consistent, but if you wrap it really tightly and you spin it once or twice in the convection oven, like you would do with the Cricut press as well, I've gotten pretty consistent results. Um, the very first cup I made was in the oven, and it came out perfectly fine. All right, so the heat press is almost at 400 degrees. So we're going to go ahead and press the pouch. This thing is very light as well. Um, you can literally just like lift it up with barely touching it and down. It's very smooth. Hopefully it stays that way. Push and it's down. So these designs are kind of too big for the magnets that I have, but I'm gonna go ahead and resize them. Let me see. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and resize these designs. Can I share my screen with you guys? I'm still learning how to use this website, so bear with me. Mhm. It's getting ready to go up. Did you see that? And let's go check our design. So the heat press did not actually get to 400. It was at like 380. Shame on me. Excuse me. Shame on me, I guess, but I am not big on following the instructions on the packages because I don't ever get the best results doing that. Every once in a while, I'll forget and burn something, but it's like been twice out of like 50 things that I've sublimated. But with the shirts like that I just showed you, the Wednesday Adams shirt, I did 400 for like a minute 10 and it said 60 seconds. But when you leave that little flap for you to be able to look at it, you can see when the color is very vivid and when it's not. If it's not vivid, keep going. And if you're using like 290 or 300, you may need to up the heat as well and just keep checking. And then you can write down those numbers for yourself and know what works best, if that makes sense. But let's go see our design. These nails make it so easy so I don't have to keep my gloves on, but I don't recommend that. Definitely, take safety precautions. All right, let's move you down here. It's so freaking cute. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. My little people, this is what I do. I literally just lift it up like this. And I'm like, is it something that I like? And the answer is yes. So I did this way too long, to be honest. I did 400 for 45 seconds. But I went for another 45 seconds just to see what would happen. The color did not get any darker than what it was. Or I mean 380 for 45 seconds. It just blurred this a little bit over here, I guess. I don't know. It looks pretty good for me. It's so cute. And I chose this because the design actually has like a lot of pink. But when you heat, like when you sublimate, it's not necessarily true to color. It depends on the background color. And this is kind of beige. So it came out kind of peachy, if that makes sense. So you definitely want to focus on color theory for sure. It's so cute. I love it. I really love this. It's amazing. I can totally make it and I can. I really can. All right, so let's see if it'll zip. And it does. Okay, that's what I was really concerned about, if it was gonna zip up. It's so cute. So I'm super happy that I get to document my journey like into sublimation on all these items. and share it with you guys too, and like the tips and tricks that I'm learning along the way. Because sometimes when you get so good at something, you forget like the struggles, and the tips and tricks become ingrained per se. And so it's really cool to like, focus in on all the things I'm learning right now, because there is a learning curve. But I've watched a lot of videos. So luckily I didn't mess up all my products that I got, like my items. um so we're gonna do this magnet today. It has like, oh, these are not good quality actually. It's already peeling. But their mouse pads are great. Am I supposed to peel this off? I think it has a film on there, but maybe not. So we're just gonna try it and see what happens. So I always have my measuring tape here, my little one. Chopped it up. Can you see? It used to go to 60, but now it does not. um, I always like doing a quick measuring. But I like to fill up as much of the design and have it as even as possible. And I always go like 2 millimeters over what it says, so that it just doesn't have those white lines on the side. So we're exactly at 3 inches by, don't laugh at me, but I've never been good at these measuring things. But it looks like 2 1/8. One, all the lines. I cannot see one. I lost my glasses. One, two, yeah, 2 1/8. So 3 by 2 1/8. Um, let's see if we can share the screen. Don't judge me. I literally should have figured this out, right? But I think I did figure it out the other day, but then I forgot. There's a learning curve for this live streaming thing too. Okay. Okay, so let me make sure you guys can hear me still. Thank you for being patient. All right, so can you guys see this? We're just going to be updating the design to print to make it small enough for these magnets, which are 2.3, just to be safe. I already have them like designed and everything for the mugs. I group that and put mugs. I like to keep everything organized so when I get back to it, it's not really an issue for me. Like virtual clutter is extremely stressful for me. So I try to manage it as best as possible. Which one are we going to do today? Let's see. I think I'll go with this one. Super cute. So I'm just going, well, we can make two. How about that? Get rid of these. Then we're going to resize it. So the width was 3.2 because we want to add some millimeters, and then it's 2.492. That'll do. We'll see how that works. If that's going to be too big. Okay, so that's cute. Let's do the same thing for this one. We unlock it. 2.3. 2.3. Okay. And so now you can just align. And then duplicates. You don't have to organize them on the mat, but I like to. I think it can fit 8 of these. Oh no, not for that. And it's cute. The heat press automatically goes in sleep mode. That's what you hear in the background. Going to group this. Call it 3.2 by 2.3 magnets. I know exactly what I made with that. Save it. Okay, so I am going to move that over here, and I'm going to move this to this screen for you guys. So that That'll be a better, there we go, a better viewing experience for you. So I already have these set up and sized. So I'm saved it and I'm gonna go ahead and print it out. I'll move my chair again so you can see exactly, because that's what was really scaring me. Like some people hate that machine and I don't know why. And some people love it. So sorting project max. No. I have to do it by color. Oh, they didn't. Right. And if you want your design to look exactly how you want it to, you also want to mirror it. Today, I'll use the 11 by 17 paper. No, that's a waste. We're going to use letter. Excuse me. All right, made that a little smaller. 11 after that. I clicked mirror, but it did not. So just make sure. Continue. You got to be patient with the Cricut design space. Oh, it actually did create two mats. So let me show you. Cancel the cut. Yes. We're not going to be using the cutting machine today anyway. Because they put this object and put it on this mat. So yeah, it'll fit one more. And that's cool with me. And then I'm going to choose the next one. Paper. Used. Because I really don't like wasting. So I'm going to choose send to printer. Um, One thing that I did learn with the Epson Eco Tank is computer, the Office Jet, and I know it just adapts automatically. But the ET2800, it'll suspend the print and literally make you go over there and accept it manually. Which, because we're using it, or I'm using it for sublimation, I appreciate that because I waste a lot of paper. Like I would waste eyes. You want to turn off ad bleed. It prints pretty fine without using the excuse me use system dialog setting. So I don't. All right. So now that I've already printed, I'm gonna go ahead and stop sharing my print and show you the printer. All right, I'm back. So this is what I'm talking about. I wish I could show you up close, but a message just pops up saying printing suspended. So I just go over and I choose OK and I push the up arrow like it told me to, and then it will continue to print and everything's fine. So you see live start to finish how long it actually takes to print. And it's not that long. The print is almost done. So there's a lot of little details on this print, and it didn't take that long at all. What I did notice is um, when I did a full page, because I was printing out Starry Night, there was some lines, and that was like the day after I didn't print anything, and so I cleaned the print head, and those lines went away. So if that happens to you, definitely just do printer maintenance. I was freaking out a little bit at first, but I was like, oh my God, the print head's going out and da 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 and all this stuff. But let me put this here for you. So I flip it over like this and line it up as best as possible. So these are still too big for this magnet. What do I want to do? Do I want to print again? I don't. We're just going to print it anyway. And so now that I have it lined up, center it. I just take the tape. So this is not going to come out perfect the way, you probably want it because the print is too big. So it does take some practice to find that perfect print size. I should have just done the math to turn 1/8 into a decimal point and it would have been better, but I don't really care that much. So let's go ahead and sublimate this. I already have this here. I don't know if you can see that. So I'm just going to literally flip it over and fold it inside here so that it doesn't stain my mat. Turn it back on. It should still be, it's mostly still hot. Press 2. And we'll let that sublimate. So I just really want to see how these magnets turn out. So in case you were not here, we made this. I can totally make that. We made this. Beautiful. And yesterday I made this. So these are, can you see that? Just amazing, heavy quality, beautiful mouse pads. And it came from a $19.99 bundle on Amazon for sublimation beginners. So I really am happy with it. All right, so I'm going to take this and take a peek. It is not ready. Definitely needs more time. So I tried it at 285. It did not work well. I'm going to go ahead and let it go all the way up to 400. While that heat press is heating up, I'm going to go ahead in there really quickly, check on my kid because it is bright and early in the morning now. But I'll be back in about 30 seconds, okay? All right, I'm back, you guys. So the heat press is at 400, and I have it set for 60 seconds now because this is taking a little while to sublimate. And because I leave that little side up where I can check, um, I don't really have to worry about being able to see if it's sublimated or not and just ruining it and misaligning it and all that stuff. Yeah, man, you're not going on the camera. You can chill with me with me. Do you want me with this? Huh? Um, I'm not paying for that. No, you just have to do some math. That's not 260. That's some math. Here you go. You're done? Yeah. That's fine. So we're at 15 seconds left. You really don't have to stand next to this, but I'm so used to using the handheld heat press that I keep standing next to it anyway. All right, this is hot, hot, hot. Spicy. So this looks like, oh, that turned out much better. So I'm just gonna cure it over here with my nails. I have heat gloves, but I just like to feel the paper. Um, so you can see clearly that you can see the design through there. The back did burn up a little bit. So these are not high quality magnets that came with that kit, but all the other things are high quality. So I like that. It was worth it. Came like 90 pieces of things. And it's shiny. Oh, I don't know if you'll be able to see the shine on the camera. It's so beautiful. It came out great. It really did. What do I have that's magnet? Let's see if it'll stick. It's stuck. It really does still stick. So even though it has these bubbles on the back from heating it up, it works for its purpose. So for 19.99, that's like what 90 pieces. It's really cheap. So um yeah, it sticks really well. I'm using my desk to stick it on there. Let's see, is this magnet? No, that's not metal. That's not metal. Lord, don't put anything metal so that you guys can see. Yeah. No, that's obviously not metal for real. Nothing I have is metal. I think you're just gonna have to trust my word. Oh, there it is. It still sticks really well. Oh, I'm so happy with this. So after I resized the design, but I kind of like it like this. It just looks like that messy clip art type thing can totally make that. You can still read it. So I might keep that size too. But it came out really well. But I've been on here for a while, so I'm gonna end the video after I deliver what I promised, and that is to tell you about how to fix the issue with connecting the mug press, whether it's used or freshly bought. Um, it'll say updating, but it'll get stuck on that screen. So let me go ahead and share the screen with you so I can walk you through how to fix that issue because it almost made me get rid of this perfectly good machine. And like I said at the beginning of this video, reduce, reuse, recycle. Crafting does not have to equal waste or too much waste. Okay, so can you see? Yeah, okay, we got this. I'm figuring it out, guys. All right. That's a good size. So I'm going to cancel this because we already printed it. Home. And then you're going to choose your name at the top and settings. And if you see it on beta, mine was on beta, you choose live and then you're going to click done. And then check for updates. Update Cricut Design Space first. And then, yeah, that was the only thing that I did. Um, and literally just doing that fixed the updating load screen issue. Just keep it short and simple. Make sure it's on live, done. Then go back to the screen, check for updates, update Design Space if need be, and then exit out of all the browsers that were up first when you were doing the trying to connect the machine. Like just start it all the way from the beginning. Um, I exited out of Design Space and completely opened it up again, which I think it happened automatically after I updated it. And then it just did what it was supposed to do and it updated and I was able to keep this machine. I actually got this mug press. I don't know if you can see it right here. I got this mug press from Amazon used, like reseller. And so I thought maybe it was just broken or because it was used and someone had it connected to their account. It still says I'm not the primary user, which is fine according to the Cricut support team. So that is definitely not the issue. And if you still have this and it's giving you the update issue, definitely do what I just told you right away. And don't throw it away. Like, I'm so happy I did not waste this machine. Like, it was a perfectly good machine. And I just want to thank the representative that called me back to give me that information as well. It was bothering her so much too that she went and researched it even after we were off the phone. I wasn't even expecting her to call back. And so I just really appreciate her for doing that. And you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Just, a summary. I love the mug press, but if you don't want to spend that kind of money, the $20 convection ovens work perfectly fine. And there's also some benefits. You can do more than one cup at a time. I burnt this mug. So definitely just pay attention. When this thing beeps, take it out. I left it there because I was working on something else. The $19.99 kit by, I promise to get the name for you as well. Let me go to my Amazon. My orders. It's like Byoku or something like that. Here it is. Not Byoku at all. Goodness. I'm glad I looked. Okay, so I'm going to write it in the comments. It is Diki Pool. They have the $19.99 bundle free to start with. And it's absolutely amazing. Like, I love it. I was really nervous because I'm like, $19.99 for 90 pieces, it's probably not going to sublimate well. But as you can see, sublimated perfectly. Heavy duty mats. Sublimated perfectly, brightened up my whole desk. I love it. It just makes me happy now. Came with this, sublimated perfectly. We still have all the earrings and keychains sublimated. I haven't tried to sublimate those, but to sublimate, I'm probably going to come back on another day this week to test out those. But, for $19.99, and you can practice guilt-free. And it's super glittery. Like, they're a really amazing company on Amazon. I don't work for them, by the way. But thank you guys so much for joining this live. Happy crafting, people. And I'll see you next time.